What's up, guys? Welcome to the sixth episode of the Trackside Girls podcast, season two. Uh,
Season 2.
but so as always, NASCAR first. NASCAR was the only series to have raced this past weekend. So should be pretty quick. We got both trucks and cup that raced. The cup race was more chaotic than really I think anything we've seen recently in NASCAR. So I guess let's get into the weekend. Um, I think I didn't hear anything unusual about truck practice or qualifying. But Christian Eckes ended up getting truck pole. Um, and for cup practice, Ty Gibbs actually hit the wall. Um, they, I, I don't exactly know what the problem was, but there were a lot of problems in the cup race over the weekend. Um, but Christian Eckes got truck pole. Ryan Blaney got cup pole. It was his 10th career pole. The truck race was honestly pretty uneventful, I would say. Um, let's see, Matt Mills spun by himself. Keith McGee spun. Ty Majeski spun and collected his teammate Ben Rhodes. And then you had Stuart Friesen come up on Nick Sanchez, putting him in. Oh no, or was it the opposite? Who? I think okay. I think it was Stuart Friesen tried to come up, and he was not clear of Nick Sanchez, and put Nick Sanchez into the wall. Um, and spun like he spun after he that happened.
It's fun.
Um, and actually after the race, they got into a physical altercation. Um, you can hear over the audio that Nick doesn't really say anything to really give Stuart reason to put his hands on Nick. Um, but Stuart Friesen does grab Nick by like his collar of his race suit and has to be pushed off by security and team members. And what doesn't make any sense to me, why is it always the grown men that are old enough to be his dad that are coming after Nick Sanchez? Like, first it was Matt Crafton, and now it's
Oh
Stuart
yeah.
Friesen. Like,
I don't know.
I guess the Matt Crafton one, Nick did say a couple things that like maybe he should have kept his mouth shut type thing, but in the audio that you hear from whenever Friesen and Sanchez are like talking back and forth, you can't really hear anything out of line that Nick says. Um, it's
Nick
it's
doesn't even he barely talks in it.
yeah, I
So
like
he doesn't say much. So I don't know what the issue was. I'm gonna be real honest there. I was like, okay, whatever. Cool. I don't get it.
yeah, it literally made no sense. Um, but that was really the big thing of the truck race. The cup race. So, Goodyear is the official tire of NASCAR. They brought a new tire to Bristol. Apparently, they did not test this tire, or they at least did not run more than 30 laps on this tire. Um, Oh wait, hold on. I didn't say who won the truck race. Christian Eckes won the truck race. Kyle Busch,
Yeah.
Kyle Busch swept both stages. Um,
Wow. You're just gonna ignore who won the truck race.
you don't like Christian Eckes anyway. You would have been like, all right.
Hey, I have a confession. Um, I do like him actually.
Oh my gosh, it's a miracle. It is a literal miracle.
Oh, oh.
Okay. Why? Why the switch up?
You know, couldn't tell ya. You know, I've realized they had I don't have many people to go for in Chucks except for Tanner and Taylor. I still love them. I really do. I
You
need more
just
people to go
I
for
was gonna say
though.
you need more players in the field.
Yeah, so I kind of like him now.
It was
No big
funny.
deal or anything.
It was
No big
funny.
deal.
Actually, I was in the kitchen and my dad was playing the trunk race in the living room, and I was like, man, I really hope Christian Eckes does not win this race. And my dad's like, why? And I'm like, because Lakota does not like Christian Eckes.
Plot twist. I like him. You
But
know, switch
anyway,
it up.
anyway, back to the tires. Um, I this tire that they chose to bring to Bristol, um, absolutely terrible. Like a
It
lot of
was
people, I
awful.
mean, it was terrible in the sense that they wore out so quickly. Like a lot of people loved it because of the tire wear. It made for a more exciting race. Um, but the teams didn't really have enough tires allocated to them to be able to make up for how bad this tire wear was. Um,
Yeah.
and literally, the top of the racetrack, there was literally like a ring of shredded rubber. Um,
Yeah.
and then the tires literally like grinded all the way down to like the cording that's in the tires. And that is not something that should be happening at all. Um, and I've had a couple of tire specialists tell me be like, like we get that it's a good race, but like I should not be getting this cording because so Xfinity didn't race, so like I know a couple of people who they worked on Xfinity and they have family in that area, so they went, you know, and so they were sitting in the stands, and I had somebody tell me, yeah, you shouldn't be getting cording on you from these, like, from the track. Like, rubber, I mean, is different because, like, you can't really help that tires are made of rubber. But, as for the, like, actual cording on the inside of the tire, that you shouldn't be getting that everywhere. Um, the lap by lap.
All I know is that radioactivity from Bristol is gonna be very funny to listen to, but also pretty terrible because I know a lot of them were cussing really bad on the radio, aka Molly, your man Ryan Blaney, but that's him just in general. Let's see. Ty got his first career stage points for winning stage one and two. It was his first
Wait,
career
so
stage.
Statement.
Ty won the stages.
Yeah, and those were his first stage points ever. That will at least like not ever, but
Playoff points.
yeah, yeah, that's the word. Yeah, he did that. Uh,
There was 54 lead changes.
oh yeah,
54?
that's the most. What? Didn't they say that was the most in like NASCAR history, or at least like in a while?
I think so.
Something like that. Yeah, it was 54 lead changes. Couldn't tell you who was leading at any point of any time because it was so many different people. But all of the Joe Gibbs cars were running up front.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a shocker
I
though,
was gonna say,
because
yeah, that's usual.
they've been really stupid fast lately. I don't even know. I don't even remember the race.
Let's see, Tyler Reddick. Oh no, not Tyler Reddick. William Byron got into the wall and broke a toe link.
Right, that did happen. I vaguely remember that.
Let's see. Tyler Reddick spun, coming to the finish line, and Corey LaJoy, AJ Allmendinger, Daniel Hemrick, Zane Smith, and Carson all get kind of collected in that and got some damage.
Right, and then Zane was just out of the race.
Yeah, Zane actually lost a tire.
I don't know if there was any penalties.
A lot of people obviously were having to pit because their tires were coming apart, which we spoke about. Let's see, Danny Hamlin got into the wall because of a right rear down. Kyle Busch lost a tire. Ty Gibbs won the stage. There were a lot of speeding penalties and equipment interference on pit road. Michael McDowell and Ricky Stenhouse made contact, and that's what ends, I believe, Zane Smith's race, because both him and Daniel Hemrick get damage from that. Kyle Busch spun from 31st, and I think this was the point in time that he was driving backwards around the track.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he did his classic, let me drive backwards to pit road.
Yeah.
I think that's freaking amazing that he just drives backwards down to pit road.
And then, but it wasn't until like 260 laps that Goodyear allows teams to have one more set of tires.
And so literally everybody's scrambling to go get freaking tires.
Yeah. And let's see, Josh Berry spun.
Right, he did.
Harrison was on pit road with an issue.
We don't talk about
Daniel Hemrick got into the wall, but it stayed green. Noah Gragson got into the wall, but it stayed green. Something that hurt my heart. Austin Cindric, Ricky Stenhouse, they spin in turn 4 when Todd had stacked up the field. Unfortunately, a lot of people losing tires.
Oh, yeah. A lot of people.
But
it was bad.
Ultimately, it was Denny Hamlin that won the race. And
I told Molly, I was like, I did not waste all this time watching this race of their tires falling off for Denny Hamlin to win. I was so disappointed. I was so disappointed that it was Denny Hamlin.
And what's even crazier is only 5 cars finished on the lead lap, which honestly, I feel like that's a little common at Bristol. It's so easy to get lapped at Bristol. So I feel like it wasn't that strange that not a lot of cars finished on the lead lap. I was expecting more than that, though.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, like, I know Bristol is like freaking short, but at the same time, I'm like, how did that many cars already get like lapped already? And it was, I didn't know that only 5 cars were on the lead lap until Molly posted that 5 cars were on the lead lap, and I'm like, you're kidding, right? That's kind of insane, actually, but I get it.
But some upcoming stuff within NASCAR. Um, how do you say his name? Kamui? I don't know how to say his first name, but Kobayashi.
Cannot
Is
tell you.
yeah, he is going to be racing at COTA with 2311. And then something that is literally actually so wild to me. I wish I was gonna be at COTA this weekend, but Daniel Kvyat is gonna be driving in the Xfinity Series for SS Greenlight at COTA. That is wild. Like, don't get me wrong. I mean, he's a former Formula One driver, but if I were to meet Daniel Kvyat, he's probably about the closest I'd get to Max Verstappen. If you guys didn't know that connection, there you go. Fun fact: Kelly PK has a daughter with Daniel Kvyat. So
I know
Connor,
that
what?
Zane and Kyle Busch will be running Texas because they posted their trucks, but not at COTA, like the actual Texas race when they go back to Texas.
Gotcha. We'll see. Actually, Connor Zilich. Hopefully that's how you say his
Yeah,
name.
we'll go with that.
Is going to be driving the 7 truck, which I'm pretty sure that's the same driver that has won both the 24 hours of Daytona and the 12 hours of Sebring. The 17-year-old.
Oh yeah,
I'm pretty sure that's him.
I think it is actually.
Oh, and then they were throwing cucumbers at Denny Hamlin after he won at Bristol.
Yeah, you gotta keep the tradition going.
I don't know what tradition that is.
The last time he won Bristol, somebody threw a cucumber and it hit his car. And then it made its way to victory lane. And then the same thing happened this time. Two people, well, people threw it, but there was two cucumbers that made it on there. And Denny's PR person went and grabbed the cucumbers off the start finish line and took them to victory lane. It started like last year when Denny won Bristol because people were so mad that he won. But I think that's also when he crashed somebody out to win that race.
That's so strange.
Yeah, so it's just a tradition now. You just gotta throw the cucumbers anytime that he wins at Bristol, I guess. Junior Motorsports also said that Connor's driving for them, starting in Watkins Glen in the 88 car.
Yes.
Because he's gonna do the Watkins Glen, he's gonna do Kansas, the fall time, and then he's gonna race Homestead in the fall time, and then he's gonna race in the championship Phoenix race.
Wow.
So they're gonna have him for a while.
Couple, not really like, I guess, kind of IndyCar. Colton Herta won the 12 hours of Sebring in the GTP category. There was actually a big crash at the 12 hours of Sebring. What number is that? I want to say 31. I think it is the Cadillac entry. He hit the tire barrier and flipped upside down, but he did walk away like by himself, like he unassisted. So luckily he is okay. Something that is actually it's actually been going on for a little while now. Felipe Massa is a former Formula One driver, and he was in the title fight in 2008 with Lewis Hamilton. And he has been trying to fight the FIA on them deciding that championship because of what they call Crashgate from Singapore that year, and he's trying to say that that championship was rightfully his. So this isn't the first time that this has popped up. I believe he started probably about a year ago, maybe, trying to fight the I would guess I think it goes directly to the FIA, trying to argue that he should rightfully have that championship because of things that happened during that season. So he's still trying to do that. And the last I heard about that was the first time it popped up, where he was going to kind of appeal those that Lewis winning that, and that's the last I heard of it, because I thought it was just yeah, they turned him down. Dude, it's 15 years ago almost,
Jeez.
if not, actually, yeah, it'll be 16 years, because it was 2008, and he's trying to fight them on so he can have that championship 16 years later. Come on, dude.
What the heck?
It's gonna be a slam-packed weekend. You have NASCAR at Coda. You have IndyCar is doing their $1 Million Challenge. It's in Palm Springs. That's what I was thinking of. I knew it was in California. I just couldn't remember exactly where. But their $1 Million Challenge in Palm Springs. And then we have the Australian Grand Prix, round 3 of the Formula One World Championship. So let's get into it. We have all 3 series are going to be at Circuit of the Americas and NASCAR this weekend. So let's kick it off with trucks. Do we have any predictions?
Every time I've done it, I've been wrong every time because it's so hard. At this point, I don't know who's good on the road courses.
That's what I was sitting here thinking. I was like, I don't know what truck drivers are good on road courses. If Parker Kligerman was in a truck, then I'd be like, okay, but he's not in trucks anymore.
He's not in trucks anymore.
Gosh.
I don't even know. I don't even know.
Whoa. Tricon is gonna have Jack Hawksworth in the one car, or in the one truck.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
That's a name I haven't seen before. Marco Andretti is gonna be in the 04. Then you have Connor. Actually, if he can get a hang of the truck, I don't know if he's ever driven in the trucks or anything similar, but it's clear he knows what he's doing on a road course. So I would hope that he would be one to show out.
Oh,
Ross
is running in the trucks.
Nah, in the what, 40?
45.
45.
Stephen Parsons is going to be out there. Jack Wood.
Dude, I don't even know. I don't even know.
I guess that might be who I go with.
I'm like lost. I have no idea.
Yeah, I think I might go the wild card Connor.
No idea.
I feel like him or Corey Haim. It's probably a safe bet.
Yeah, that's true.
I would love to go
That's
to
true.
Coda. I would absolutely adore to go to Coda. I wanna visit that track so much. For the Xfinity series, they have the 4 car, which is JD Motorsports. Normally has like Dawson Cram or Garrett Smithley. They don't have their driver yet, according to the list, the entry
According
list.
to the list.
Yeah, according to the entry list,
Number 7 is to be determined also.
Oh, so that's the 07. That's Daniel Kvyat.
Oh.
The 07 is going to be Daniel Kvyat.
Ties in it. Ties in the Xfinity.
Oh, yep.
Hey,
let's
go.
Then Kyle Larson.
Kaz.
Ew.
Kaz.
Oh, I'm getting very sick and tired of John Hunter Nemechek running in every freaking Xfinity race because he's in this one too, and I'm getting quite tired of it.
And then
I'm gonna be
on. Also Shane Van Gisbergen is gonna be running Coda.
Yeah, just saw his name. Honestly, I have no guesses. I don't know who to pick anymore.
You know what's kind of funny? The last time Daniel Kvyat would have ran on this track would have been when he was driving in Formula 1.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure they were racing at Coda in like 20. It would have been 2015. Like that. I think 2015 was his last Red Bull year, because I think they swapped him down to Toro Rosso. I can't remember exactly how that all worked out. I just know that Max replaced him in Red Bull. But let's see. You know what? I genuinely want to look to see what year they first started racing at.
Dude, I have no guesses for who could win the truck race. I have no guesses for who could win Xfinity. I have no guesses for who could win Cup because I generally have no idea anything.
I want to say Tyler Reddick in Cup. But yes, so the first Grand Prix at Coda was in 2012. So Daniel Kvyat would have raced at Coda in Formula 1.
Dang.
So worlds crossing over.
Worlds crossing over.
Yeah, I think the only wild card in actually Shane Van Gisbergen. He is running Cup as well in the 16 car.
Is he actually?
Mm-hmm.
And then you have in the 50 car Kobayashi. I think Whoa, Timmy Hill. Is that a mistype?
Doesn't look to be. It says Timmy Hill running the 66 car.
Since when do we have a 66 car in the Cup Series? Who's
Since apparently now.
who is that?
Who the heck is Power Source? What the heck? I honestly, they just do whatever they please now. They
Like
just add to add.
I would I would hope that Austin Cindric because they took away the Indy road course. And he was really good at that one. I'm hoping that he can pull something out at Coda. It'd be great.
I feel like I say the same people every single time, and it happens.
Like
I'm like, I
what's
don't
see
know what to say.
the people I decide to like choose on here end up not being my picks for the fantasy lineup. So
Oh my gosh.
but I feel like you can't count out Shane Van Gisbergen because if he's back in a cup car on a road course, he's literally a supercar champion, and he literally kicked everybody's butt at Chicago. Granted, he did have the upper hand that nobody knew the track, but you still cannot count him out.
I guess that's true.
But
But
as for
no idea.
As for my series regular, I would probably say maybe Tyler Reddick. Since he has won here before. But now, $1 million challenge of Palm Springs, California. So this one's kind of, it's different. It's not like a regular race. It's so it has 2-day open test, group qualifying sessions, 2 heat races, and a 12-car all-star race with $1.7 million at stake. So I guess who you guys probably don't know very many of the IndyCar drivers, do you? You probably know the Penske ones. And then
I literally know Penske. That's it.
Well, I mean, I was gonna say you know Pato, but that's.
I do know Pato.
Okay, so I mean, you guys are welcome to make a pick on who's gonna win, but I was about to say you guys' choices are probably very limited of who you know.
It's either Penske or Pato. That's all I know.
I genuinely think that that one of the Penske drivers could heavy hitters Colton Herta would be one of my guesses. Alex Pillow.
I know that name.
I would hope so. He's IndyCar champion.
I know that name.
And I wouldn't count out Scott Dixon. He's so, but I feel like my top one, if it wasn't Penske or Pato, I would go Colton Herta on my pick on the $1 million challenge. As for Formula One, they are racing in Australia. It's gonna be a rough one for us East Coast girlies, because we have practice 1 on Friday. No, Friday? Thursday? I don't know. Either way, it's at 9:30 p.m. And then next practice is at 1 a.m. And then the next day, you got free practice 3 at 9:30 p.m. Then you have qualifying at 1 a.m. And the race starts at midnight on Sunday.
Yikers. That'll be rough.
Yeah. It's gonna be a fun one. See, Lakota, you're 2 hours behind us, so it's not gonna be as bad for you.
I mean, that's true.
Like, and then it's also, what really messes us up is because it's daylight savings in the US, and nowhere else in the world does daylight savings.
It's literally the worst thing ever.
And so it's normally a 5-hour difference between the East Coast and the UK. But because of our daylight savings time, it's only a 4-hour difference. So
Only a 4-hour difference.
So honestly, I like both us East Coast girlies and the UK girlies are gonna, it's gonna be hard for us because their 4 a.m. was when like their stuff hits, and then we're over here middle of the night. So,
middle of the night.
But ooh, I feel like it's kind of a given. Max Verstappen is most likely gonna win. As you guys have any predictions on the Australian Grand Prix?
No, I don't. At this point, they should just give every trophy to Max and just give him the championship trophy because we don't know where it's gonna go. Like, I'm just saying.
I want Daniel to have points. That's one of my things. I would love for Oscar to have a podium. I feel like McLaren could do it. I'm trying to think. What's some other... There's something in the Australian air because Jesus Christ, Lando Norris.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So he has been in Australia the entire week. He's been out and about around Melbourne with his best friend Max Futrell. And the content that he is dropping is gonna send us Lando girlies into a coma.
Facts.
Like, Lando Norris, put a shirt on.
What a shirt. Oh,
Because
God.
Lord have mercy.
Ugh.
Like, and then because Monster is now a sponsor of McLaren, Lando is now wearing like Monster merchandise. And the long t-shirt or like long sleeve shirt with the little Monster emblem and the shorts and the gym shorts with the sneakers that he was wearing the other day.
Speechless.
Moment of
Speechless.
silence. Moment of silence for like my soul being crushed. Of just staring at that because And then what was cute is the little like mural wall with like all the colorful hearts and stuff. Both him and Max took pictures on that.
Yeah.
That was cute.
Yeah.
Like,
That was cute.
I love their friendship so much. And like we're hoping that Max is the lucky charm. Like, because so the thing is, like, We want Lando to get his first win. Okay? We need it. Okay? He's been so close so many times. But we also need Max Futrell to be at that race. Because if Max Futrell is not at the race where his best friend wins his first Grand Prix, the race didn't happen, okay?
The race didn't happen.
Like, so we're hoping that Max being there is kind of like a good omen that that it's gonna be a good weekend. And apparently, okay, do you guys know what chicken shop date is?
What?
I literally never heard of it until I saw it on like TikTok and Twitter the other day. I guess it's like this girl who interviews like celebrities and stuff. And everybody thinks that Lando is going to be on chicken shop date. And like everybody's like, we need to gatekeep him from the chicken shop date like fan. And I'm like, who is that? I've never heard of that.
Neither have I.
So if you guys know what that is, like please let me know. I don't I'm confused.
Consider 3 confused girls who have
Mhm.
no idea what is even
Like-
that is.
Never heard of that in my entire life until like 3 days ago.
I didn't know about it until you told us, so
Yeah.
no idea.
And then there was a clip of Alex Albon in the fan zone in Melbourne talking about Lily or general like long distance relationships. It was the cutest thing. Like I forever wish that I have a like my biggest supporter is someone like Alex. Like he like they're just so cute. I've met Lily and she is like one of the sweetest people ever. And yeah, they're so cute together. Alex is like, yeah, like luckily like her tournaments line up with where my races are, so like if I'm racing in the US, she might be out there for a tournament in the US, so like we can meet up and then whenever I have a break, I'll go to her, and whenever she has a break, she'll come to me. Like, and I'm like, thanks for making me feel single, Alex. Like, you guys are so adorable, but please stop.
Please stop. Oh my gosh.
McLaren got their first ever Formula E win in Sao Paulo, Brazil. And it looks like Callum Ilott, I believe, is going to be filling in for David Malukas again for the $1 Million Challenge. Williams and the sunglass brand Sun God have now partnered, which if you know Sun God, they are actually also partnered with McLaren. And I believe Lando has his own set of glasses.
Of course he does.
I don't know how much he wears them, but
He's Lando Norris. Of course he does.
trust me, I thought about buying those, the ones that he had. But I don't know if they would actually look good on me because, like, I don't know.
You know, I wear Shady Rays. Shout out to literally every driver that wears Shady Rays because I have Shady Rays.
Well, look, I feel like I've always loved Ray-Bans, but I could never wear them because I always had to wear like actual prescription glasses. So if Ray-Bans wanna give me some prescription sunglasses and maybe send me to a Grand Prix, I will rock them for you. Please.
NASCAR is partnering with Crypt Toys. I think that's how you say it. And it says, we'll bring NASCAR into a fun and interactive world where fans can collect and trade and play with digital toy race cars.
Oh heck yeah! I'm so down for that. Can I join? Can I play with the roost? What the heck?
Oh, so in Australia, somebody made a huge Lego version of Lando Norris's helmet.
Yep.
And it like glows underneath the black lights. And then there's a picture of Lando like taking a picture of it with his Leica camera. So like maybe it's gonna be on lando.jpg. And then Alex Albon released his merch line. It's very simple. It just has his logo on it. Little sad about the prices. They're like $90 for a hoodie before shipping. And that hurts so much. But what can you do?
What can you do?
A fan caught Charles one day in Australia while he was surfing. After he was surfing, got a picture with him. Okay, hold on. This is that outfit. Hold on, I'm gonna screenshot this. Just so I can show you guys. Look at this is that outfit of Lando Norris. The shirt and the shorts, and then there's the little monster logo on it too.
Mighty fine.
Our two
Yeah,
Aussies.
Yeah, Danny and Oscar took a picture together.
Not just a picture together. It looks like they're playing paddle together.
Oh, how cute!
That makes.
I think we need another moment so Sid can go die in peace real quick, cause she just saw them.
That is like so adorable. Okay,
Sure.
look, there's Oscar when he was a grid kid and now. So he was a grid kid for Daniel Kvyat in 2015.
Wow.
And what's funny is I saw this meme and it was a picture of Carlos Sainz in 2015 because he was racing, I believe, for Toro Rosso at the time. And it's like, and then at the same time, it's Carlos not knowing his rival standing just next to him holding a Russian flag. Because at the time, in 2015, Oscar was holding the Russian flag for Daniel Kvyat, who was standing a couple people down from him. So I thought that was funny. Okay, we talked over the weekends. I feel like it's gonna be a fun one. It's gonna be a packed one. It's gonna be interesting. We got 5 different races this weekend. So that's gonna be fun.
Yeah, well.
But it's gonna be a jam-packed weekend. But I think that is all from us for this episode.
Isn't it a doubleheader on Saturday? Because isn't it Trucks and Xfinity? I think it is double. I think it is doubleheader on Saturday.
Yes, it is. Xfinity.
Whoa.
Trucks are at 1:30, and Xfinity are at 5. And I believe that's Eastern time. I don't think that's Texas time. because I have my phone set to Eastern time, so I think that's... Actually, Lakota, won't you look at it? You're in the same time zone.
Trucks are at 12:30, and Xfinity is at 4 o'clock.
Okay. So still fairly early in the day.
Yeah.
But, like, I feel like it's gonna be a fun one. I always like the road courses. I feel like the road courses, I think that's why I like Formula One. Like, don't get me wrong, I love my ovals. I love the drafting tracks and I love the ovals, and because I feel like it takes a lot of skill because I've driven them on iRacing and stuff like that. So like obviously it's not the same, but you can still... I have crashed coming out of turn 4 at Charlotte all the time, okay? Like trying to keep that car straight, like I just can't do it. So I commend like these drivers racing on ovals because I clearly cannot do it. And it's obviously a lot harder than a lot of people think. But I do feel like I like road course racing a lot more. I think that because of that, it stems to like why I like Formula One, why I like IMSA, why I like World Endurance. I don't know. I just feel like even though it takes a lot of skill to do ovals, I just feel like you gotta have a lot more focus on road courses, just because you're not going in one direction all the time. But yeah, that's my
See,
that's
my problem is during road courses, I'm a grandpa and I go to sleep because I get bored of them.
So we're the opposite. Actually, I think they put in NASCAR. Did they not put the cautions back in? I think they did. I think they started with the stage cautions.
Did they? I don't remember.
I think so because that's what they did last year.
I don't. Yeah. Like I said, I don't remember road courses because I fall asleep during them because I get bored so easily. Which I don't know how, but I do, and I just end up falling asleep. And then I normally wake up. I wake up like towards the ending, and I'm like, okay, cool, that person won. But I don't get it.
It's gonna be a whole lot of road course racing, racing this weekend. So,
love it. We'll see how long I last.
5 different races, and they're all road courses.
That's a lot.
It's gonna be fun.
That is a lot. Yeah, it'll be a real blast.
All right. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for listening. There I got my little... Okay, is everyone ready?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm ready.
All right.
I'm ready.
It's peace, love, and race cars.
Race cars.
Good night, guys. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next episode. Bye.
Bye.